Hey friends, Christian here, Rival Design Studio. I just wanted to do a super quick tutorial, don't mind the crumpling in the background, for a friend of mine asked me a quick question about sort of creating a stencil in Photoshop. So I thought I'd just do this real quick. Super easy, but if you're, this is a super basic newbie tutorial if you're just someone who's wanting to do a casual thing for your kids or just a quick little ditty. So we're going to grab the text tool here and just kind of drag it out, pretty much fill up the entire space, and she wants the alphabet. So we're going to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Good thing I remembered that. That would be kind of embarrassing. All right. Next thing is I'm going to go to the character panel. If you don't have that open, you can go to Window and go down to Character. And I'm going to adjust here. We've got the kerning, or the leading rather. Leading is the space between the rows, and the kerning is the space between the letters, in case anybody asks you about that or says that to you. So we're just going to kind of drag these down just to kind of give a little bit more space in between the letters, and I'm going to actually grab the font size here and drag that down a little bit as well. Next thing I'm going to do is go to the paragraph tab here. Same deal, if it's not open, you can go to Window, Paragraph, and make sure everything is selected in order for you to make any changes. There's this hyphenate box here on the bottom right. Just select that, and that will remove the hyphens from your text box. This won't matter so much if you just click with the type tool. So if you just do that and go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, it'll just continue to go off screen. With how we did it when we created a box, it will stay, the text will stay conformed to that box. And it's important to note when you try to manipulate the box that if you have the select tool selected, this up here, which is also V on the keyboard for faster use, if you try to manipulate it, you're going to manipulate the whole set, the transform properties of the font, as opposed to the space. So if you wanted to, for instance, you're done doing what you want to do and you just want to make everything smaller, you would use the main tool for that, the selection tool for that. If you wanted to make the space where the actual text appears smaller, you would have the text tool selected, and you can see that there's dotted lines instead of the solid line, and you sort of drag it in to conform to that. I'm hitting Shift to keep everything nice and uniform. Otherwise, if I let go of Shift, it will sort of warp that way. So I'm just going to bring this in just a little bit, just to give some space, and I'll probably move this down towards the bottom. Let me make this a little bit smaller, so you can either use this up here or go into the character panel and select smaller type. I just want to be able to create some more space. So let's go to the kerning here, and if you hover over a tool and you're not sure what it is, you can, well, the tracking rather. Tracking, kerning, it's kind of the same, sort of. More graphic design stuff. If you're not a designer, you really don't need to worry about that, as long as you know how to do it. So we're going to create plenty of space between the letters because my friend wants to cut these out. This is not going to be literally for her, but she can do something similar. And I find that one of the easiest ways to do it, you can kind of go one of two ways. If you're doing, say if you're doing a whole list of letters like this, you can simply, this process is going to be the same. Let's say from here we'll go to fill and drag that all the way down, and then we can go into our blending properties by double clicking that the text, and then go to stroke, and we'll add a very simple, make sure it's a dark color, black or whatever you prefer. It's just kind of like a light stencil, so if you want to make it lighter you can do like a gray, or you can actually lower the opacity here to make the stencil as light as you want it to be, in case you want to color it in and maybe have the stencil not show up so much, but you want to have it visible enough so you can see it when you're cutting it out. I would go with, you can go with center. I think center is the cleanest. Outside tends to round the edges a little bit. Not that big of a deal, but if you're crazy, you can pick any of the ones that you want. That's totally fine. So we're going to click OK with that. And that's pretty much it. You can print this out and then cut it and do whatever you need. Another method is so let's close this here. So we can do, actually, you know what, I'm going to reuse this one. I'm going to make a copy. I hit Command J or Control J to make a copy. Another way to do that is right click. I don't usually do it by by clicking, so I don't remember exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's edit copy. Or layer, rather, it's layer, duplicate layer. I go to layer, duplicate layer, and I'll make a new layer of the layer you just had. So let's say we want to do large individual letters. So we're going to just going to bump up the volume here, pump up the jams, and do a nice large letter. Let's say we want to do that individually for a whole bunch of letters. So in this case, I'll just do a couple, just for the sake of having it seem like it's, you know, real life case here. We'll do ABC. All right. So let's say we want to do that. Let's just kind of pretend we didn't create the stroke. You know what? Let's go back here. Sorry. Let's type in A. Let's pretend that we're doing this from scratch. So we'll type in A, and then we'll duplicate that 2 times so we can add more letters. And we'll do B, not V. I'm not being Spanish right now. I'm Spanish for that joke, just letting you know so you don't freak out. Christian's a racist. I'm not. Don't worry about it. All right, ABC. So we got ABC here. And the easiest way to kind of go about this is we can group all the letters that we're going to do. So let's say you have A through Z. We can group all the letters together. So the easiest way to do that is going to be Command or Control G. That will create a group and put everything you have selected into that group. I don't remember the right click version. Again, I just use a lot of shortcuts all the time, so I would just use Control or Command G. I really don't care to teach you the other way. Sorry. You'll be okay, I promise. So we'll do Command G, and we'll just change the name of that to letters. And we'll do what we did before. So we'll turn the fill all the way down, double click the group, and this will affect everything in that group. So anything we do here will affect the group. So we happen to have the same settings here, which is what we're going to use, just like a light gray, and then lower the opacity, turn it to like a 5 size points is totally fine. Click OK. And now you'll see that you have A, B, C. So you'll just kind of have to print each of these individually, if that's what you prefer to do. If you want to go print a large letter that's 8.5 by 11 or A4, however you look at paper sizes, and just do it that way. So I believe that is it. There are likely other methods, but this is the easiest one that I can think of to do this. So have fun cutting out stencils and coloring in with your kids. I'm sure it'll be a grand old time. All right, see you guys. Oh, follow me on Twitter, Rival My Design. If you have any questions, subscribe, like, all those good things, and I'll help you out in every way that I can, and more tutorials will come. All right, thanks.